to dump more into.
Right, more into the coin, right?
Yo, dude, man, I used to dump like fuck. I showed Rico, I dumped like fucking $5 grand this month.
Early.
I'm buying like the whole income tax.
Everything done.
Hey, we live?
Yo. We back. Welcome to another episode of Talking Dirty Crypto. Got your boy over here. Got my brothers in arms that's over here. You know what I mean? So today we're gonna talk about the Bitcoin jump. How we feeling, folks?
Yo, man, you showed me that thing hit 104 while we were sitting here.
That shit wicked.
That joint wicked. Like we're about to see something like no other. The smartest people in finance, the richest motherfuckers in Bitcoin are talking about a 500 to $1 million Bitcoin this year.
Shit, I believe that.
Oh my
Remember, you gotta think it, you gotta believe it, and you can see it. You know what I mean? So I
You
believe that.
achieve it because you believed it.
Right.
He said,
Right. Look. My man always like to explain the why.
That's me, yes sir.
Yeah, definitely. Me personally, like I said, with Trump and the way money's flowing, everything is strategized. You know, I want y'all to understand my people don't be in fear. You know what I mean? Understand that madness sometimes can come together if you really think outside the box. If you got really a third eye open and you really understand how the way the money is flowing, then we in good times right now. We definitely that's just my expert opinion. You know what I mean? So
I mean, excellent time, man. I'm hyped. I've been waiting years for this opportunity. And I'm ready. Goddammit. On a good note, a lot of crypto stuff coming down the line. It don't have to all be about Bitcoin. They got some nice altcoins popping right now. They got Solana popping. ETH is doing good. My favorite is Injective. I see that thing moving ham this year. I just say put as much money, everything's gonna go up. You can motherfucking put a blindfold on and throw money at this thing and you're gonna make at least 10 times what you put in. So that's a plus.
JR, how you feel about that?
I know JR's mother. I know James.
Yeah.
I know his folio.
How you feel about that going to the real estate right now?
Real estate.
Yeah. I mean, where do I start? Like, I mean, when you feeling more secure in your purchases, you know, you tend to lean more towards the things that you want and you need.
Right.
So that's where real estate kind of finds its niche. You know what I mean? Within that, like, maybe you need a bigger house, maybe you need to downsize, maybe you need to make some moves, maybe you want to invest a little.
Right.
You know, that gives you things like Bitcoin and a lot of the financial things we talk about.
Right.
It kind of gives you the confidence to go ahead and do something like make the biggest purchase you ever made in your life.
Correct.
You know?
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. You know, I'm definitely a firm believer in the crypto and the trajectory that's going on, and then the real estate market is going to do nothing but follow that. And you'll see. I mean, it's only when things are going great, everything tends to go great. So I mean, that's
everything bubble, y'all. Real estate, stocks, crypto. It's all going up. What's not going up is if you don't own none of that shit.
Right.
Right, we're moving into an asset-based economy where those who have assets is going to prosper, those who don't, it's going to be extremely difficult. AI is coming. That's just another competitor in the workspace for you. So we don't have much time. We might got 5 years before this shit changes humanity forever.
So real quick, I'm gonna ask both of y'all a two-part question. We know, you know what I mean, the situation. For those who don't know, is it okay now to be still saving under your mattress and still also to use your real estate is the main go-to as far as an asset now?
Well, for me, it's never been just about real estate.
Okay.
Obviously, that's what I specialize in.
Right.
But
For people who let me simplify the question. For
Okay.
people who just bank on real estate alone and make it a major asset, in 2025, it's still that prospering in that estate format.
yeah, it's like I said before, like it's always a great time to buy real estate.
Okay.
Now, what you're doing with that real estate can determine whether you're a thousandaire or a millionaire tomorrow.
Correct.
So if you're looking at long-term wealth, absolutely. If you want to sit on it and do those sorts of plays, that's always an opportunity. But if you're going maybe Airbnb or some of the other options to invest, like now is a great time to be able to diversify your portfolio, not just with the real estate aspect of what traditional people think about, like buying a 2-unit apartment building or something like that. Now you can look at things like mobile home parks and storage units and all of that type of stuff and diversify. And then with things like crypto and stocks and things like that, just kind of diversifying it. Now you got one's not doing well and the other two are. Now you're making money still. You're still able to feed your family.
So real quick, when you put in your category, crypto, real estate, stocks, what is your order? How would you order it from your perspective in 2025?
So real estate, you said real estate,
crypto, and stocks. In order, how would you, in your order?
I think it's probably the same as last time. Like we got crypto on top right now that is outpacing everything in history. Like you can't compete with history. Like that's crazy. Then you got real estate, which is always going to remain in the conversation. And then you got stocks because it's always fluctuating so much based off of people's feelings and emotions. You know, so yeah, that's how it's like.
I like that question.
Right, that's what I said, Capo. In 2025 right now, question one to you. For those who just jumped into crypto, is it too late now? Or is it never too late to get into crypto?
Well, we are still very early in the crypto space. Or I'm just gonna say Bitcoin, because I don't even want to steer like y'all down a road that I want y'all to have the most possible chance to succeed. So I'm just gonna speak on Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, we still are extremely, very, very extremely early. Bitcoin is a new asset class. It's only 15 years old. And if you have a child that's 15 years old, you ain't gonna look at the child and be like, man, buddy, you're late, buddy. You're old, you're washed up. You're 15, right?
Hit your peak.
You hit your peak. You're only 15.
Past your prime already. Right.
So, you're not late. You're actually just getting started. With Bitcoin, what they call asymmetric upside. Asymmetric is meaning the risk to reward is highly in your favor with Bitcoin because Bitcoin has never seen this amount of adoption in its history. We have the government buying, we have local state governments buying. What if we have the cities and style, like take Pennsylvania for instance. Pennsylvania's going to start buying. Then what if Philadelphia and Pittsburgh start buying and Harrisburg start buying? That's multiple cities within one state. Right? So we already got states buying, countries buying, corporations buying, people buying, and it's still early. It's still massive amounts of upside. I think you should put Bitcoin first. It's just my opinion. Unless it's like you're in some situation where you desperately need a place to live, you got some cash. But with Bitcoin is if you want to double your money right fast, it ain't no faster place to do it but in Bitcoin. You know, like I was looking at an interview with Michael Saylor. He was being interviewed by a sovereign wealth company from Saudi Arabia. These people got, you know, hundreds of billions, right, invested. So she's asking Michael Saylor, like, how much money do you think we should allocate to Bitcoin? He was like, well, how much money would you like? You know, like, why not put $1 billion in Bitcoin just to make $1 billion? You make an extra $1 billion like that. I was like, oh my God. You know?
And I'm glad you said
that's crazy,
right? I'm glad you said that. So it leads me to my next question to you, Paco. Why do you feel that realtors are not fully in Bitcoin? What is the fear of them to get in, to do that blind trust, to be like, you know what, take my money, take it?
I honestly believe because they think it's not physical, tangible, that they can't touch it.
Okay.
That's a major thing for them. Like they used to the physicality of the asset.
Right.
But I'm trying to let them know that the stocks that you buy, you're not actually owning. You know, it's not physical. I mean, in a lot of aspects, your money that you spend is in a bank. You use a debit card. It's like, who has cash like that? So that's physical. We're moving into a new era of society. We coming out of the industrial era where we was using machines and warehouses to mass produce stuff. Now everything is digital, right? Mm-hmm. You got take a photo album, for instance. Mm-hmm. You got the old photo album, your mom's kitchen coffee table. Mm-hmm. It has all the photos, but then you can whip out your cell phone. You can have all those goddamn photos digitally right there in your phone. Right. You know, so we're moving into that digital asset area. Also, we're moving into like a kind of a bipolar world where like everything is being exposed. Mm-hmm. Not one country is trusting another country. Countries is looking at each other side eye like, I know all your dirt, you know all my dirt. Mm-hmm. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So we in desperate need for a so-called neutral asset, a neutral global asset. Mm-hmm. Like this neutral global asset is like, think of a piece of real estate that you can go to China and motherfuckers can bid on your property that you bought in Pennsylvania. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Like you can break that shit down into portions and dish it out and stuff like that.
Like a REIT.
It's like a REIT.
Yeah.
Mm. You know what I'm saying? So Bitcoin has a lot of components to it that a lot of people don't know about. What I want you to take from this is that Bitcoin is gold, cash, stocks, and real estate, all wrapped into one thing, distributed globally, accepted globally, right? And the adoption is growing day by day, week by week. You know?
That's crazy. Very detailed and distinct form. So, all right. Final on this topic. Where do we see